So, everybody, welcome to week 10. How we doing, guys? Okay, so, it's Miss Radke, but you know that already. This week, here's the list of things that need to be done. Remember, we have a regular cohort meeting this week. That means go into the Zoom document, find your cohort, find your link, use that link. It's the same link that we use whenever we have regular cohorts. So please, if you meet on Tuesdays, come on Tuesdays. If you meet on Thursdays, come on Thursdays. If you can't come on your day, let me know and you can come on the other day. You know how this works. Okay, so regular cohort meetings this week. Your research argument draft 1 is due Tuesday at 2. Yes, I gave you a slight extension. If you need a little bit more time, let me know. But, right, try to get it done. All 6 to 8 pages, all 5 sources, 4 of which need to be academic, by Tuesday at 2. Right? This week, read Electracy. You can just skim that one. It's important, but it's a little tricky to understand, so if you don't get it, don't worry about it too much. And then composing multimodal texts, that is the one that you really need to focus on. So please read that. And then Making Negro Town, which is chapter 38, is a research article, and that's an interesting read. This is an infographic about Columbus Day. That's what's linked up there. Then you need to read this to sort of give you a sense of what an infographic is, right? This is a comic done by the Oatmeal. They're great. They do stuff like this all the time. They have some of the best grammar advice I've ever read, believe it or not. So read those 4 things. Please investigate the new media tools. Please fill out the rhetorical situation handout. I'll post that hopefully by Tuesday afternoon. Sorry, my computer has been acting weird and I cannot find it for the life of me, so I will post it as soon as possible and let you know when I do. But the thing that you can do while you're waiting is write a 300-word response to any of the questions following Chapter 38 and work on your new media project. This is the assignment sheet. So the trick here is you're going to pick one of the apps that we were talking about a couple weeks ago. So Movely, Pixton, Canva, Pictochart, Clipchamp, or Anchor. And then you're going to consider who's your audience, what is the most persuasive information I need to convey to be the most persuasive I can be. So what is the absolute, skeleton of your argument? What makes it work? Right? What would convince me if I only had 5 minutes and some pictures? So think in terms of what information is absolutely necessary for my argument versus what information is nice for historical context or cultural context or whatever context you need to put it in. This sort of assignment isn't great for the context stuff. It's great for the here are the actual pieces of my argument. Here's the steps to the plan I want to implement from Detroit. Here's the steps to the medically assisted treatment thing that I want to do. Here's the steps to zoo conservation that the Memphis Zoo is doing that I think is cool and more people need to be aware of. Whatever the reason, whatever your argument is, what is the actual thrust of it? And some things to consider to help you pick a app is, do you need a lot of charts and graphs because you've got a lot of numbers? Consider a Pictochart or Canva. Those are also good if you need maps for whatever reason, so you're doing something with redlining. An infographic would be good. Will your audience be most persuaded using video? Try Movely or Clipchamp. If humor's going to work best, try Pixton. Does your topic include music? Try an Anchor podcast. Also, humor works well in podcasts as well. So if you find yourself thinking, oh, I want to turn this into a stand-up comedy special, to kind of offset the fact that it's a really dark topic, or however you want to handle this, you might want to try an Anchor podcast. Outline your research argument draft for the most persuasive information. So do a reverse outline and figure out what the different parts are. Then figure out what the most persuasive bits are. You're actually going to be doing a reverse outline next week as part of your revision process. So, you could get a head start on that. Okay. And then step 3, it's revise for a multimodal composition using your chosen app. Remember, this audience is non-academic, so you need to figure out a way to think through what tone is good for a non-academic audience, and then how can you best combine text, image, and sound to construct a sound argument, right? What appeals can you make using language? Yes, but also visual, sound, that's oral, spatial, that's where things are in space, and gesture. So if you're recording yourself, like on video, what happens when you gesture, right? What are you conveying there, argument-wise? So, if you use sources, your sources from your paper, in your presentation, you gotta cite that business as a citation sheet attached to the project. Remember, you are completely revising your argument for a new rhetorical situation. It will not be adequate to just tell me the exact same thing you did in your paper. If you're making a podcast and you just read your paper, I will rain fire down on you. So try to change it up. If you really want to do a podcast, play some music clips of the music you're arguing. Bring a friend on who's safe, of course. Don't endanger yourself. Talk to them about your topic. However you want to spin it, but do something different than just read your paper. The length of the project, usually 5 to 10 minutes. Maximum 20 if you're doing a podcast. Infographics long enough to convey a part of your argument. So if you're dealing with infant mortality, you're probably not going to tell me all about infant mortality. You're probably just going to tell me about a part of infant mortality. So if you want to tell me about the services offered by Planned Parenthood, that could be your infographic. So, it's due in the Dropbox, or if it's not working in the Dropbox, because sometimes the links don't work, or they can't upload to a PDF or what have you, you can email me by November 6th at 11:59 p.m. So that's a Friday, a few Fridays from now. So yay, cool. These are really, really fun to make, and they're even more fun to look at, and y'all are so good at all of this stuff, usually. And I really cannot wait to see them. So here are all the links. I moved them from week 7. Here's a video one, infographic, comic, video, and podcast through Spotify. Here is your Dropbox for your weekly writing assignment. Here is your researched argument draft Dropbox. It's the same one. And here's a video on how to access the CWC. I know someone wasn't able to catch the video when I was showing y'all in class, so I recorded a short video so that y'all didn't have to watch the entire peer review just to get that section. But please go to the CWC. They will be able to help you. And if you did not get peer review, if you did not get peer review, you have to go to the CWC to get peer review credit for last week, okay? All right. Have a great week, guys. Can't wait to see you in your standard cohorts in class. Again, we have standard cohorts this week, so please come to your standard cohorts. Please, again, I will be available in office hours, so you can come to them. And best of luck. Have a good week. If you need me, you know where to find me. Bye.